G'day, I'm just about to head away on a 3-night trip out west. I can't take that little hitchhiker that's in the front seat with me this time, but I am taking the new $23,000 1280 core thermal rifle scope from Infiray. Ben has been kind enough to send it up to me, have a play with for a few weeks. Let's see how it goes on the ferals. Skip forward to several hours later, full tank of fuel, little rest stop along the way, and I've arrived. Just in the nick of time. Looks like there's a storm brewing. Conditions are much cooler down here than they were at home, so it should be very pleasant to shoot tonight. I'll quickly unpack and zero the rifles in before it gets dark. Get stuck into them. Quick run through on the gear I'll be using this trip. The Cogswell and Harrison 17 HMR, topped with the Thermion2 XP50 LRF. Plan is to run this on the hares, providing it's not too windy. My 22 cal FX impact air rifle, topped with the Pard SA62-45. The manager has said that there's a lot of rabbits in and around his cottage. This should be perfect on them. And then, save the best till last, in my Evolution Gear gun bag. I wouldn't keep it in anything less. He even said, protect it as you would the family jewels. So I've done just that, Ben. I've got it in a pair of my underpants. The Infiray RS75 1280 core thermal rifle scope. Sitting on top of my Sako 223, it'll be doing the majority of the work this trip on the foxes, and if the wind's up, I'll be exploding a few hares with it as well. This is going to be fun. What a great way to open the account. The RS75 taking this Vixen, sitting on the 223. She was at about 205 metres. Hopefully the first of many. Oh my God, it's so fucking windy. Not the smartest move by this young fox. Sitting there at 60 metres looking down the barrel of my 223. It's near taking his head clean off. Finally, the wind has dropped enough that I can sight in the 17 HMR and the air rifle. I've been running the 223 on everything up until now. Not very economical, but pretty explosive footage on the rabbits and hares. Now, I'm not quite sure what's going on here. I've got 6 foil dots on that target. It's about 50 metres away. If I put the scope down, you can now see the foil dots clearly at the top of the screen. If I put it up, you can now see the foil dots clearly. In the middle, can't see shit. It's a mystery. That was a little bit annoying. I haven't had that issue before with the Thermion. I'll have to look into that when I get home. I'm not sure if it was atmospheric conditions or not. Fortunately, I had a hot hands in the car. Thrown it on the target, job done. You know when you've had a big night, the sun's coming up behind me. Must mean it's time for bed. Can't wait to jump in the shower, recharge the batteries and do it all again tonight, I suppose. Looks like we're in for another windy night. A little bit unpleasant. This is a drama with a lot of these paddocks. The grass is just so long. It looks fairly sparse. You think you'd be able to see through it with the thermal, and you can at points, but it's very difficult to make out good ID on a fox in comparison if you're seeing a sheep. The biggest challenge I've had this trip, other than the wind of course, is the length of the wheat stubble. Usually they cut it at around about 8 to 10 inches, but this year, due to the moisture content, they've had to cut it a lot taller. So it's closer to 18 inches in length. For reference, that'll give you a bit of an idea of just how long it is, and it makes it very, very difficult to see a fox. So I've had to sort of adapt and overcome. Rather than running thermal overnight to scan with, I've gone to torches. So I have the Z-Vision JP303 red torch, and I've also got the Olight Javelot MS3X, both of which will give me eye shine out to 600, maybe 800 meters on foxes. And I scan with that, cover a lot more ground, get some eye shine, and then go to thermal. Then the plan is to see if I can catch a fox in one of these harvester tracks. Give me enough time, if I can pull it up, to ID it correctly and take a shot. Definitely makes it challenging, but it's all part of the game, isn't it? I've just come back down to the stubble paddock where I was filming this afternoon. Got the Z-Vision torch out, had a bit of a shine around, and almost in the exact same spot where I took the video, there's a fox walking up one of those harvester tracks. I snuck into about 160 metres, snotted him. On the way back to the car, shined the torch around again and got another set of eyes on the other side of the laneway, walking through a bit of the longer foliage on the edge of the creek. Knocked him as well, another 2 down, happy days. finally made my way up to the manager's house and he was spot on. There is rabbits all around the joint, a few hares as well. I've cleaned up just about everything that I could see between the front gate and his house. Time to crack out the air rifle, keep things a little bit quiet. It's getting pretty late and I don't want to wake him up. Well, I hope you enjoyed part 1 of this trip. I just had way too much footage to cram into the one video. Part 2 is going to be up in a week and it includes the most epic night I've ever had on the foxes down here. I am going to give you a little preview, but before I do, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all in a week. There's fox number 1. There's 2. Unreal. There's 3. This is all behind the farmer's chook sheds. Another one. That makes 4. And number 5. If you'd like any information on the products featured in this video, nearly all of them are sold by Hunt the Night. I have an affiliate link with them. I'll put that in the description. Any support would be much appreciated.